Hey guys, welcome. This is DJ here, and today this is gonna be kind of a big update here, perhaps for a lot of Minecraft players out there, including myself. Yes. So, anyways, if you have not realized, just today on the 13th, the day I am recording, we just got our first day of when the new Minecraft 1.21 updates has came to us. Yes. Oh, that sounded so cringe. I promise I will not do that again. I feel like this is going to be an awesome opportunity for me to maybe learn a little bit about what was given to us on the 1.21 update, because I never really engage much with Minecraft updates because I don't play a lot of survival, honestly, and that kind of blocks me from, you know, experiencing these new things that Minecraft has offered us. A YouTuber by the name of Waddles actually made a video discussing everything that the update has given out. I'm going to go watch everything. I may make a couple of pauses just to mention or add some to make things relate to me. Let's just get started, because I really am kind of excited, because this is my first time reacting to this kind of stuff.
It feels extra good to say this today. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Waddles. At last, after 8 months of development, Minecraft 1.21, the Tricky Trials update is out now. Over the course of today's extravaganza, we're going to dive in and check out every feature and talk about what it means for Minecraft. Down below, I simply need to know, what is your single most favorite feature in all of Minecraft 1.21? Tell me all about it down below, tap that like button, and let's go. Oh, and channel members, great news. You're looking to get up close and personal with the update? I've got you. There's a world download of this exact world we're using today out right now. Tap that join button and check the community tab for more. So, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I had a real tough time trying to figure out exactly where to start today's video from. But then I smelled a strange, swampy smell. Making our way over to the local swamp biome for this one of the 2 brand new baddies added to Minecraft 1.21 is known as the Bogged. The Bogged is no bueno, seriously. It's very, very bad. As you can see right there, it's a poison skeleton. Now, the devs kindly, so generously, because this thing is so dangerous with the whole poisoning thing, well, it's actually going to have a little bit less health than a normal skeleton. To make the gang happy and to pull it all off at an affordable price with a 24/7 uptime at Bedrock or Java, Wise Hosting is the way to go. Out today alongside the brand new update to Sense Chambers. Well, I link in the description. So much to Wise Hosting for sponsoring this video. Let's get right back to the update. While we're at it, let's take a look at the other bad guy added to Minecraft 1.21. And maybe the boss of the trial chambers, this thing over there, the Breeze. From a distance away, you can tell as soon as it spawns in, oh, it means business. With those diseased yellow eyes and the angry eyebrows, yeah, definitely very, very bad. Now, the Breeze is sort of like the Blaze if you're familiar with other Minecraft mobs. Combat with the Breeze is an entirely unique thing. You see, the Breeze, it doesn't deal up-close melee damage. Instead, it's projectile damage, and that projectile, it actually doesn't really deal very much damage at all. Instead, the real problem here is falling from the wind charge when you get hit by the Breeze. Stop it. I guess a little bit of good news here, the Breeze doesn't have very much health total, at a total of 30 health. However, by default, every Breeze spawner will spawn 2 Breeze total, one at a time. Now, aesthetically, the Breeze Rod, it parallels the Blaze Rod. Functionally, this thing is for one thing, well, 2 things, and 2 things only. Instead of the crafting table by itself, 1 Breeze Rod will condense down into 4 wind charges. That math is insane. You'll also be able to use the Breeze Rod for something very handy, but stay tuned later for that. Now, it's great news that this Breeze Rod condenses down into so many wind charges, because the wind charge is so cool. This thing is essentially what the Breeze was just shooting at us in combat a second ago. However, once I get a hold of it, you know how it goes. Standard Minecraft, you could jump up 1 block, but with the wind charge, you get it just right, and forget about jumping 1 block. Those are the olden days. Even if you get it a little bit wrong, like, you're still gonna jump quite a bit of space. For even more on the wind charge, how to use it perfectly every single time, and check out the Breeze Everything to Know video next. Just moving on, the Crafter. Oh, wow, that's a strong mustache. Those eyes as well. The Crafter is a beautiful aesthetic block. It's also a rotational block, which makes it great for
I do like the design. I'm kind of thinking of some ideas what to use this for building.
Inside of it, it's so familiar, but also so strange looking too. On this side, we got the old-fashioned crafting grid. If we tap on a slot, we can disable it. Over here, we've got an arrow, and then we've got a locked slot. I will never be able to take anything out of it. The crafter is a unique block. It's going to craft things for you automatically and is the first block to use a crafting table in its recipe. Now back over here, if I tap on the slot, it's going to be locked. That's a little bit more useful when I use hoppers and things like it. If I were to put things in here manually, then I will see whatever that thing is if I get the recipe just right, but like I mentioned a second ago, I can't do anything. So, a redstone, voila, here we've got it. We put a crafter down right there. If I power this, I'm going to begin a redstone circuit. This thing is going to pulse around and listen really quick. It's a brand new sound. You can tell that the crafter is trying to work by that sound, but it's not doing anything, and that's because nothing is inside of it right now. So let's get a little bit more fancy with it, why don't we? We put a hopper up top, and then inside the hopper, I'll load up bamboo. Let's say I wanted to make maybe solid bamboo blocks. For that recipe, I don't need to disable any slots at all. Give it a little bit of time, it'll fill up, and then when it's pulsed with redstone, I don't know if you caught it there, but when this thing has all of the ingredients inside of it for the recipe, and it gets pulsed, well, it'll actually create whatever that recipe is. Like, compared to the two wood sets in the last update, I mean, it kind of pales, but oh boy, the blocks that we're at it are absolutely fire, every one of them. The tough block, it was so lonely. Maybe Minecraft's most loneliest block. Well, now, no, it's got a family. It's got a...
Let's go. We got some awesome slabs, stairs, and walls for tough.
The functionality has been taken off of the charts, relatively speaking. Now, just like normal, you can craft all of these block variants inside of the crafting table, but at least when it comes to the staircase, nah, do it inside of the stone cutter. In beautiful tough family, we got Polish tough. Wow, it's good looking, and it looks so much like polished deep slate, like just a little bit lighter there.
Actually, I love that block. That looks beautiful.
Craft the brand new version of tough inside of a crafting table, do a little spiral, or instead of a stone cutter, well, baby, just throw it in and select the block and take it out. Also, just like the normal version of tough, you have a brand new wall, a brand new staircase, and a brand new slab as well. Oh, but what's that? You thought that was the most beautiful tough block? Oh, you fool, you're mistaken. Tougher bricks. Oh my gosh, my eyes water up every single time I see.
It looks better than the regular bricks. The regular stone bricks. It does. Look at the shades on this.
Inside of the crafting table, little spiral with the polished stuff, and you get the tough bricks. Again, alternatively, inside of the stone cutter, just tap on the one that you want. You also get a wall, you get a staircase, and a slab. If you're trying to make a clean brick gradient, maybe stone brick to blackstone brick, tough is going to fit perfectly in there somewhere. And with those dark lines, I mean, it's kind of like cartoonish looking, but I love it. A couple other beautiful tough blocks that shall not be slept on. Chisel the tough bricks. You take the brick and put it inside of the middle of the block this time and put a little squiggle.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, that looks kind of cool. And also it reminds me of Among Us.
On the top and bottom. Over here, an homage to the beautiful breeze.
I'm going crazy.
Kinda has the squiggle situation going on, but this time it's breezy. On the top of this block, you'll find the flow design, something we'll definitely see again later on. Ooh. And on the top of this block, I mean, it kind of looks like a raw ore. Ah, yes, copper, the thing that was added way back in Minecraft 1.17, 4 updates ago now, and is solely meant for building. Well, at last, it's actually meant for building. Chiseled copper block. Look at how good this block looks right here. Sliding on over to the subscribe chest. This block, crafting it is very interesting. Cut copper into slabs, and then right there's the recipe.
Oh, wow. It's cut copper slabs. Nice.
The other hand, though, if I'm smart, I would do it inside of the stone cutter, because inside of the stone cutter, this is a 1-to-4 recipe. 1 block of copper into 4 chiseled copper. It's a no-brainer. Even more interestingly, though, we have the copper grade. Oh, this block is fascinating. Wow. So this block right here, you could sort of think of this block as like the glass of the copper block family. Clearly, right here, we can see right through this block. Copper grade, as you can see here, it hasn't taken out the grass, and I set this up a long time ago.
Oh, light goes through. That's really cool. Can you actually place water inside of it?
Another beautiful thing about the copper grade is the fact that it is not a mob spawnable block, which means you could have a dark room or maybe say your nether hub, build the floor out of this, and no mobs will ever spawn. One final thing for today when it comes to this block, you could put water inside the
That answers my question. Oh, sorry.
And it will stay contained inside of it as well.
That looks so cool.
Same exact thing as before. Inside of the crafting table, it's 1-to-1. However, inside of the stone cutter, it is 1-to-4. So do it there. Next up, we've got the copper door. Listen to these sounds. Oh, it's beautiful.
They sound like it's made out of metal or so, but I actually kind of like that sound. It's better than the iron door.
To craft the copper door, the developers listened to us, we rejoice. Instead of using copper blocks like you used to have to, you use copper ingots. But because there are no oxidized ingots, that means you can only craft this door. So if you want the other versions, you need to place the door down and wait for it to oxidize.
Oh.
On the other hand, half of the door, the copper trap door, yeah, that's going to function the same, except same cost, less doors. Yes, that's right, logic. The copper trap door, it's got this whole wheel situation going on. It's so clean looking. You, of course, have the other oxidized versions as well, and yeah, it's nice. You can only craft the unoxidized one, though, which means place it down, give it a little bit of time, and eventually it turns green. The copper bulb. So you've got an oxidized and an unoxidized version, and then within each version, you kind of have 4 states of it as well. Fully off, powered on, and then just plain old unpowered on. That's gonna mean there are kind of like 16 different copper blocks. That's all gonna amount to the copper bulb actually being a beautiful block for building around your base and decorating, especially.
Oh, so in order to light it up, you need redstone.
Now, the copper bulb is similar to the redstone lamp, but it's all. We've checked out the mobs, we've checked out the blocks. Next up, there's only one place that we could go, and that's going to be none other than the trial chambers itself. Inside of every single Minecraft world, from time to time, buried under the ground, it's relatively common. You're going to find a new structure. The structure is called the trial chambers. The trial chambers is a procedurally generated structure with approximately, no joke, 170 or so different pieces, and it might expand in the next update. The thing is actually insane. Inside of the trial chambers, you will actually find no hostile mob spawning at all until you make them spawn. This room that I spawned in over here, it's one of a couple different potential entrance variants. Once we move into the structure a little bit more, we get to something called the atrium. Inside of the atrium, you'll always find a fountain and then some kind of cool wall art displays going on. Now,
That looks like a spider eye.
looking a little farther down the hallway, I need to be careful because I have a mob spawners and actually I have a baby Satan, a mob spawner. I don't want to deal with that. Now zooming out a little bit here to look at the bigger picture, the trial chamber structure is actually quite large. Down there, that room with the potter's node, that's what's called the chamber. Usually the chambers are the combat arenas. However, the corridors sometimes, as you can see right there, will be combat arenas as well. The trial chamber structure, like I said, it's got 170 different pieces, which means every single trial chamber is going to be different. Now, before we talk about all of the loot that you can find inside of the trial chamber, let's go ahead and head over to the Art Museum. We need to be quiet in here. This is a nice and quiet, peaceful place.
New paintings.
Inside of the Art Museum, we will see 20 of the brand new Minecraft 1.21. Come on, you were so close. One more painting, really? And unpacked. That is packed.png. Now, these paintings are all done by Sarah Boving. The rest of the paintings are done by the OG painting creator and Jappa. So Zetterstrand and Jappa work together on a backyard. That one is called the Nintendo Switch inside of my mind. Bouquet, and a lot of these paintings have like a very ominous, creepy vibe. Like the person sitting right there, I don't know about that. And we've got Cave Bird, which more looks like a cliff tragedy or something like that with gunpowder, I guess. Low Mist, I swear that was on my mantle growing up. Finding, which is very cool. It's kind of like a Roman vibe. Fern, which is so similar to Cave Bird, actually, with the dark circle situation going on. End Boss whips out the Freemason vibe with that checkered floor. Coton, which actually has an accent over the A. I just couldn't find it on the keyboard. Last but not least, we've got Sunflowers, which surprisingly is all about sunflowers. That's beautiful. Just planted one in real life. And then we've got Tides. It's so sad. I like to think of Tides as a continuation. It's a continuation of the sad cliff scene going on right there. Now, sorry about the museum curator jumping over the bench and all. The vault is the brand new chest that you'll be able to find inside of the trial chamber, and it comes in 2 different forms. You've got the normal vault and the ominous vault. This is done using different block states, which makes me think in the future, we might end up seeing more vaults, like say an end vault, inside of a different structure. But with the vaults, there's a catch. You can't walk up to them and interact with them and open them. Instead, you're going to need either a normal trial key or an ominous key. Now, these keys, you'll be able to get them as reward for You'll be able to get these keys, essentially win them from taking on the trial chamber challenges. With a normal key, I could use it on a vault, get an advancement, and unlock the vault. I give it a second and I get a little bit of a loot. Maybe if I'm lucky, I get good loot. If I'm unlucky, I get whatever loot. Inside of 1.21, this is how you craft it. the bolt armor trim with diamond on every single set of armor, this is what we're looking at when it comes to the aesthetic. It's very, very steampunky. I find that the bolts trim looks really, really good. Like, it pops with redstone as the color. Now, the heavy core is a brand new rare item that is actually stackable. It's also one of the first things that is only used for crafting, but can also, you could place it down and listen to it. Oh yeah, that sounds heavy for sure.
That sounds so obnoxious. I hate it. I hate it.
Now, if I were to use a pickaxe on this thing, I could break it a little bit quicker than I could break it with my hand. Now, however, I don't know your situation, but maybe you lost a pickaxe. No big deal. You break it with your hand, and after...
Can you use it for armor or something? I mean, like, obviously, you can use it to go and use it to make that big hammer thing.
Like half of a minute of time. Trophy, however, inside of the crafting table with the old breeze rod that we talked about way earlier on today, you combine them one and you get a brand new weapon. Oh, the mace. Now the mace, this is going to function a little bit differently on Minecraft's Java and Bedrock due to the inherent baked-in combat differences. So over here, with a couple willing and test subjects, a big stress emphasis on willing here. If I put a villager down and climb up with the mace in hand, jump down, I build up attack damage the more blocks that I fall. The mace is a pretty insane weapon where also if you land your hit, you cancel out all the fall damage as well.
Don't you think that's a little OP on that part? Like, it cancels out fall damage? Like, how about it would, like, deduct very little of what you originally get for fall damage. But if you want to have no fall damage, you probably would want to put feather falling on.
Next up, we've got the density enchantment, which has 5 separate levels. It's sort of like sharpness for a mace. Each level of density increases the amount of damage built up when falling a block by half a point. That means the density 5 mace is pretty strong. Let's see if I can land it the first time. Density 5 mace, about 20 blocks. Iron golem, oh, almost. Not so fast. And now the most fun one. This is a treasure enchantment. You're going to have to find this from the trial chambers inside the vaults. In a change that was made very late in the 1.21 cycle, each level of windburst makes you jump 7 blocks up into the air when you land your hit. Check this out. I've got a target over there, and I'm 2 blocks up in the air. If I jump off of this block and land that hit, 21 blocks up into the air, oh boy. And
a good thing it does do fall damage.
All right, next up, let's go ahead and head back over to the museum. Shh, quiet again. And then this time, let's walk into the soundproofed lodge in here. I don't know if you can tell, but it just got good in here. We've got 3 brand new music discs inside of Minecraft 1.21. First off, we've got Aaron Sharov. It'll have a signal of 13 when hooked up to a jukebox with a comparator. You'll find this rarely inside of normal vaults. Up, we've got Creator by Lena Rain. This is found in the Ominous Vault and will have a redstone signal of 12.
I love that. That sounds nice.
For this one, I feel like I'm walking around in like a haunted maze or something like that. It's pretty sweet.
Ooh.
Then, really cool, and probably my favorite one out of all of them, we've got Lena Rain Creator Music Box version. You'll be able to find this inside of those pots with the cool shards on them inside of the trial chamber very rarely. And that's a signal of 11. Listen. It like takes the creepy vibes from the last one and ups them all the way to the max. That
honestly, I do like that. Maybe the second one will be my favorite so far for this update.
Now over here in the craziest savannah biome village that I have ever really seen, we can check out the other thing the ominous bottle does. All right, so let's say I was me and I was wandering the world. Maybe I took out a banner head and I got myself one of these bottles. Maybe I want to take on a raid. If I drink this bottle outside of a village, I will again get the bad omen effect for an hour and 40 minutes. That's actually identical to how it worked before. However, now if I move close enough to a villager, like into a village, that effect converts over instantly into the raid omen. Now I've got 30 seconds to decide In these 30 seconds, the villagers have no clue what's about to hit them. They don't know, they don't freak out. If I wanted to, I could drink a milk bucket right here like a milk drinker and get rid of the effect. That means I basically just canceled the upcoming raid. On the other hand, I could go ahead and drink the bottle, wait 30 seconds, and begin the raid. The different levels of the bad omen will give you different levels of raid omen.
I know what this means, and I feel like this is going to be a good thing for nerfing a huge challenge into Minecraft, Totems of Undying, because obviously people have created a farm to kill everything in a raid, basically. I actually liked it. Not a bad raid. I actually love the new new blocks that's been added to the game, and they look amazing. I'll have to go and work around those new tough blocks because that really speaks my mind on things. Yes, it does. But man, this stuff does look cool. I do kind of feel like this new generation of this, chambers is a bit out of touch compared to what Minecraft is used to be, because there are some good updates. There's like a good amount of generations, but I just feel like it's a bit far-fetched. Like it's kind of the same thing as maybe I would say towards like a Bastion or something like that. But now with this kind of updates, it kind of adds much more reliable features for copper to now be blocks, armor trims, and all that. And eventually, I don't know if this will become a thing or not, but why not add, a copper armor, like armor made out of copper, just armor copper. I don't know if that would be any interesting enough. Because soon enough, if it would be storming, you would be blasting out lightning from every part of your body all the time. So please go and like, subscribe, and subscribe to Waddles, by the way, just to give him a nice shout out. A good chunk of subscribers, by the way, and also he's a really good, informative guy right now. I like him. He just makes some great stuff and good content out there. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I see you guys later. Bye bye.